It's a place of contentment.
It's a place where music, food, art, and Wisconsin's beauty come together to make something magical.
Today on Discover Wisconsin, we're living life well in Door County.
Hello and welcome to Discover Wisconsin.
This is an anthem for those who look for more and never say they've seen it all. Windows down, let's take a ride. The good land's great tonight.
Door County is a timeless Wisconsin tradition. It's a tradition that embraces the great outdoors, family connections, and life's simple pleasures. Leave all the hustle and bustle of everyday life behind and join us as we head up the Door County Peninsula and soak it all in.
With Lake Michigan on one side and the Bay of Green Bay on the other, the Door County Peninsula is a favorite Wisconsin vacation spot.
I think Ephraim is a mainstay for people visiting Door County because to me it really represents the Door County spirit. Ephraim is a little village nestled in the heart of Door County in between Sister Bay and Fish Creek. There is a ton to do here. It is near Peninsula State Park. The sunsets here are second to none. They're also very well known for the many shops and restaurants in the area. It is one of the most picturesque towns in the entire state.
Ephraim's one of those Wisconsin towns that is unique and special. It's Norwegian in heritage. Each spring, we celebrate our Fear Ball celebration, which is traditionally a festival to bring in the summer solstice. We close the street down so people can meander through. We've got great pie eating contests. The most spectacular thing is we light bonfires around the perimeter of the harbor, and when the fire is lit, it's really an impressive sight.
There's two reasons people choose to come and stay in Ephraim when they come to Door County. One, people like to stay on the water, and there are plenty of choices to stay around Eagle Harbor and to have a beautiful water view. And we're centrally located throughout the county. We try to make their experience one that they'll never forget and that they'll just continue to come back year after year.
As a self-described foodie, I was really impressed with what Ephraim had to offer. It may be a tiny little village, but every spot I tried here was 5 stars. And they were very creative meals. I mean, everything I tried, I had never tried before.
How would you describe the food here in this little town?
I think the food is fantastic. We've got something for everybody. I say move around and try a little bit of everything. I mean, everybody does a great job at what they do. We're all individual owner-operators. And it's just, you know, it's a fantastic place to be and a fantastic place to see everything.
I love shopping throughout the entire county here, but Ephraim is actually one of my favorite towns to stop and do some real gallery hopping. I think Ephraim is one of the most artistic communities here in Door County, which is saying a lot because the whole county is known for its art.
Out of all the different little cities in Door County, this one's probably my personal favorite. It's very quiet. It seems like stepping back in time. The natural beauty that's here, it affects, as an artist, my subconscious and just allows me to make beautiful things a little easier. I'm just really honored to be here and to be a part of this community.
One of the best parts about Ephraim is the waterfront access here in this town. In fact, Ephraim offers more shoreline access than any other community in Door County. So as you can probably imagine, a lot of people are drawn to the water here. I am looking forward to experiencing Ephraim from a completely different perspective. I am actually going to try parasailing. I think it's going to be really, really beautiful. After you've done a little discovering in the town of Ephraim, I think one of the best ways to end your night is by checking out evenings in Ephraim.
My friend of many, many years and I have decided to come back to Door County to celebrate 56 years as friends. So I'm a music teacher, and I said, let's research some music venues. I think evenings in Ephraim is a great way to relax at the end of the day. Now it's time to sit back, kick back, relax, listen to some music, and feel what Ephraim's all about.
I'm not sure there's another spot that does sunsets the way Ephraim does. It really is just art in the sky every single night. And at the end of it, a lot of people are clapping and just really, celebrating the fact that they are on vacation and in a beautiful town like Ephraim, taking in a sunset.
Start planning your trip to Ephraim by going to discoverwisconsin.com.
Coming up next, I'm heading to the theater at 2 spectacular Door County venues. Don't go anywhere. We're back exploring Door County right here on Discover Wisconsin.
Here in Door County, visitors have the opportunity to experience professional, high-quality theater in some of the most beautiful settings imaginable.
Door County is home to Northern Sky Theater, which seems to have grown right out of the woods in Peninsula State Park, and Peninsula Players Theater, located on 16 beautiful acres of cedar forests on the shores of Green Bay.
Peninsula Players Theater, it's America's oldest resident summer theater. We encourage people to come early. We say bring a picnic, sit down, relax. We've got 1,000 feet of shoreline. Come and watch the setting sun. Celebrate with your friends, with your family. Whether you're a new visitor or you're a returning visitor, create those memories. And then it gives them a clearer mind to actually step into the theater and experience what they're going to experience.
My approach as artistic director of the theater is to treat it as professional a theater as any theater in the country that works year-round. I choose 5 shows every season, and I try to make sure that all 5 shows are very different from each other. For example, this show, Peter and the Starcatcher, which is an adult prequel to the story of Peter Pan, very crazy storytelling, very creative.
Matt, you're performing in 4 out of the 5 shows this season. Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about the entire acting company here.
This is a resident theater company, so we're all housed on campus, so we're all eating together and breaking bread together, and it's a very familial atmosphere, and it's gorgeous. I mean, like, anytime as an actor you can do what you love to do, it's great. But then when you get to do it in a place like this, I mean, it's an amazing experience that I feel very fortunate to be a part of. The theater is gorgeous. You feel like you're outside because when the sides come up and you can see the garden on both sides and the wind kind of blows through. But then if a storm cloud rolls through, the sides go down and then suddenly you're in this indoor theater that is gorgeous in its own right.
Folks in Wisconsin know that a summer night is special. There's magic in the air. And in our case, seeing a show, a live musical under the stars is just such a singular experience. There aren't too many places that you can do that.
Northern Sky Theater is a professional musical theater troupe that is distinctive in that it performs solely original musicals that are set in our region, and specifically in Wisconsin. So you get to see ice fishermen on stage, or deer hunters on stage, or alien Packer fans from across the galaxy on stage.
Well, Jeff, this is my first time to Peninsula State Park and my first time to Northern Sky Theater. This is just beautiful. Tell me a little bit about the space that we're in here.
It really is a magical experience out here in the park. You show up and you're sitting in our audience and you're watching the natural beauty and you're seeing the stage lights, and then suddenly you realize that you've got this unbelievable sunset going down behind the stage, and suddenly there's glow and it's pink and then it's orange and then suddenly it's black, and all you're seeing then is this, and then you walk back in the dark with your family talking about what you just experienced.
We've been coming for 20 years. It is a family tradition, I think, for us.
Somewhat magical to be outdoors, and if the weather's halfway decent, you're outdoors under the stars.
We laugh and we cry.
Well, you cry, we laugh. Yeah.
And we walk back to our car in the moonlight, and we sing the songs that we just heard.
My family and I come camping here every year, and we've been coming here for the past 15 years. It's unlike anything you've experienced. It's an outdoor theater. Sometimes in the sunlight, sometimes you can see the stars above you. It's just a great experience overall.
Head to discoverwisconsin.com to download a free itinerary for your Door County getaway. And don't go away. Up next, I'm learning how to roast from the best at Door County Coffee. Welcome back to Door County, here on Discover Wisconsin.
So whether you're headed up and out Door County or on your way back, Door County Coffee is a great place to stop. It's really welcoming, it's really warm, it's a high energy place. There's a beautiful cafe, there's a nice little gift shop, and then you can also watch them roast the coffee as well, which is pretty impressive.
Door County Coffee is about 24 years old, and we've been roasting coffee since day one. We'll have visitors who come on the first day they come here, and they stop on the last day because they love it so much. They walk in and go, they just smell the coffee, smell the bakery, and really just love it. And it kind of feels like home to them. So, and we love that. We have 72 different types of coffees in bulk, and they're packaged appropriate to the season. So great for gifts, snacks, home decor, garden, things that we think Door County visitors would really enjoy. One of the many things that's unique about our shop is we roast on site. We roast 3,000 to 5,000 pounds of coffee a day, so you really can't get it fresher.
Door County Coffee can be found in all 50 states, but it is 100% roasted and packaged right here at this facility. Tell me a little bit about the process.
We get green beans from about 13 different countries around the world. We have a pneumatic system that vacuums them up. We drop them into the roasting chamber. They roast for about 10 to 12 minutes. We take them over to the tumblers, we flavor them, and then get sent to the packaging machines.
I drink a lot of coffee, but I've never roasted my own beans. I've never been a part of the process. And it was cool to just get my hands in there, smell the smells, feel the feels. It was a really unique experience. Door County Coffee not only distributes coffee all over the place, but also they've got a wonderful cafe and restaurant.
And there is your wonderful mocha to top it all off.
All right.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think I'm ready to stay a while.
You know, when you think about Door County Coffee, I think ultimately it comes down to just feeling good. You've got this beautiful peninsula that we're almost right in the middle of. And it's that Door County lifestyle that we're really inserting into our coffee.
From the outside, it's really charming. You walk in and the first thing that hits you is just the smell of the coffee, and it smells wonderful.
Everyone who works here was amazingly friendly.
My wife said right away, I think we found a new place for lunch in Door County.
Well, we're here at Door County Coffee Roasters, a family-run business. We've got Vicki, her son Doug, Jay here is a roaster, and I have a cup of coffee in front of me, and I'm feeling so much happier. So cheers.
Cheers, cousin.
Yeah,
Cheers,
cheers.
you guys.
Cheers.
To Door County Coffee,
Cheers.
Discover Wisconsin.
Oh, thank you. So one of the things that they offer at Door County Coffee is you can get a flight.
So we start with our Americano. It uses our elite espresso beans that Jay actually roasts. So it's kind of nice when you go from roasting to finished products, and now you're able to sample some awesome coffee. Next one is our latte. So like the cappuccino, you get more of the milk base to it.
There's a good creamy richness to
Isn't
it.
it great?
Yeah.
And what's
Yeah.
so fun about a flight like this, a lot of people come up and they don't really know what the drinks are.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect way for people to sample and decide, yeah, I really love this.
I'm always asked, you know, where do you sell your coffees? How far out of Door County do they reach? We actually ship to every state in the country every year and 8 different countries. And so it's just exciting to see people all over the country, you know, bring our coffees home, and every time they make that pot, they pour that cup, and they sit there and go, I'm home. I feel good. All those wonderful things. And that's what we're here to do, is to make that happen for people everywhere.
Check out behind-the-scenes photos of our cruise time in Door County at discoverwisconsin.com. And share your own photos with us on Instagram using the hashtag DiscoverWisconsin.
Coming up, I'm getting a taste of the south of France, right here in Door County. We're back in Door County, right here on Discover Wisconsin. At the very tip of the Door County Peninsula, you can take a short ferry ride across Death's Door to Washington Island. Now, part of what Washington Island is so famous for are the lavender fields, and that's because Washington Island is home to the largest lavender farm in the entire Midwest. It's called Fragrant Isle Lavender Farm.
Lavender is my kind of a childhood memory, if you wish. I was born in Paris, but passed a lot of time on the south of France, where lavender is queen, I should say. And I think when you see those 14,000 plants in bloom and the smell, people just melt, and I love it.
Edgar, what is lavender, and what are some ways you use lavender?
Well, lavender is a plant that belongs to the mint family. It's an herb, it's edible, and there's so many uses with lavender, and there's 400 different varieties, but we only grow 10.
Okay.
It's enough.
Yeah, tons of plenty, I'm sure.
Yes.
And the number one question I'm guessing you guys get, or at least I know I've been getting it all week, when is peak season?
Well, you are right in the middle of it. July is the peak for lavender, and some of it actually into August.
When you think of Washington Island, you smell lavender. And here at Fragrant Isle, you can learn from the experts about a plant you don't know much about. You can also check out hundreds of products, all made in the US with their own essential oils. Or you can have a glass of wine, sit back, and enjoy the views of the lavender fields. The best time to come is during peak bloom, June through August, and it's really, really stunning.
You just get out of the car and it's like, wow, you know, it's just that wonderful fragrance and that fields of purple and different colors. It's just gorgeous.
It's an oasis. Here is this little island off from a peninsula, and you just come upon this magnificent field and smells of all this lavender. It's stunning. It's grand, actually. I learned all about the distilling of the product and what goes into it, how many plants it takes to produce just 12 ounces of oil, and then what the byproducts itself are used for.
The shop is full of unique products. There's chocolates, there's soaps, there's lotions, anything under the sun, you name it. It is lavender scented or lavender flavored, using their naturally grown and chemical-free lavender.
All right, Martine, I have an appetite for lavender.
You are on the right place.
Good.
We have a fabulous new product for us. It's a lavender macaron. You absolutely have to try this one.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. That's perfect. The texture is so good. The lavender, you taste it, but it's not overpowering.
And it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
When you cook or bake with lavender, you want it to be an aftertaste, not a taste which is too much on your mouth on your first bite.
In addition to the farm here on Washington Island, Fragrant Isle also has a retail store at Top of the Hill Shops in Fish Creek. So Edgar actually let me harvest a little bouquet of lavender, which was really fun to get really up close and personal with the plant.
It smells so good.
You become a lavender farmer now.
I'm now a lavender
You're
farmer.
harvested.
You know, lavender is known to start with for relaxation. And I think when you pair it with blue sky, the water of Washington Island, the Washington Island feel, and what you have here, I think that's kind of described heaven, at least for me.
Door County has everything you could want in a Wisconsin vacation. Everyone's here because they want to discover something new, but more importantly, they're looking to make traditions with the people that they love. There is nowhere else in the world like Door County, and it's a place you get to discover right here in Wisconsin.